Hi, all. Hope everybody's doing well with the quarantine and the COVID-19 virus and staying healthy and staying safe. As you know, and I've also posted that Tarrant County Community College has gone 100% online for the rest of the semester. So we'll complete the design class digitally, all online. So it shouldn't be a problem. There is, a matter of fact, I'm going to just assign two more assignments for the rest of the semester. You guys have already done a lot for this semester. So there'll be two more assignments, and that will get us through the last 7 weeks or so here. So I need you to do a couple things. First thing is, I need you to make sure your grades are all updated. I should have all the current grades for the work that we've done up to this point. If you have a 0 or something doesn't look right, make sure and contact me via email and let me know that, hey, Scott, you don't have it right. Something needs to be, maybe I have something in my folder that I haven't done or whatever. I think, though, I'm current. The next thing is, as soon as you can, today preferably, but as soon as you can, please go to the discussion board that's titled Connection and answer the question and respond to your fellow classmates. So in essence, you're, I don't remember what I wrote at the moment, but basically you're telling us how you're doing during this time, how you're creating during this time. And then once other people post what they're doing, then you interact with them. Whenever I do something like this, I ask that you use at least 150 words. That's just so I can encourage you, entice you to think a little bit in your response. Don't just put yes, no, I agree, hope all's well. I want it to be at least 150 words if you want to get the full credit. So that is an assignment. It'll be due this week through next week, the rest of this week and through next week. And basically, I just want you to participate online and communicate with each other, communicate with me, tell me how you're doing. And that's a graded assignment. Then I've already posted the next assignment, which will be the trophic effect assignment. Once again, I've put the instructions up there. That'll be due the following week. And basically what you're going to do is go and find a public work of art. You can go and find one that's close to you in your community, or you can go online. So you'll either take a picture or you use a picture of that work of art online, and you will post that, and you can do it through the assignment. There's this place where you can upload your image. Basically, you can use your phone, take a picture of it, save it. It saves it as a JPEG, and that's a picture. Or if you right click on an image on the internet and say save as, it will download it and save it as a bitmap or a JPEG or something like that. And that's what you'll post in the assignment for the trophic effect. And then there is two places where you talk about that. You'll explain how the art impacts the community and the dialogue of the space. And then there'll be another question of describe the trophic effect of this art, and that can be real or imagined. So if you find a work of art that has impacted the community, caused some kind of response, capture that, or based on the art, imagine what kind of impact it would have. Let me take a couple minutes and describe the trophic effect. This is an incident where a study was done years ago where the wolf population it was in Yellowstone Park, and the wolf population had gotten too large, and the wolves were eating everything. They're eating the rabbits and the deer, and it was just, it was out of control. And so the park rangers decided to reduce the number of wolves. Matter of fact, they decided, let's just get the wolves completely out of Yellowstone Park, and that way everybody can live, not worrying about being eaten, and everything can go good. And so they took all the wolves out, and once they did that, they realized that there was other consequences, there was other impacts on that environment, on that system that they hadn't considered. So once the wolves were gone, the deer started to multiply, and the rabbits, and all the creatures that had been worried and eaten by the wolves, now were overpopulating. Once the deer start overpopulating, then they start eating more. And so all the vegetation in the area was starting to die away because the deers had eaten all their leaves. Once the vegetation leaves, then the soil, you get soil erosion. And it literally changes the path of rivers as the soil washes down to the rivers. And it had a very negative effect on Yellowstone Park. Realizing what had happened and the impact that one change had made and the negative impacts on it, it was wise for them to reintroduce the wolves. And so they literally made a concerted effort to repopulate the wolves in that area so that they could get a balance back in that system. And that's an example of the trophic effect. Well, art has the same kind of impact when you place it in a community, in any environment. It might not be as negative as, say, removing wolves from a park, but it has some kind of impact. And I'm asking you to think about that and look for that. The example that I have that started me thinking about this was I work with a community called Hometown, and they're over in North Richland Hills in Fort Worth. And they're in North Richland Hills. And within this community, they place art. They have an art fund. And so they placed art in this community, and people really didn't like the art. As a matter of fact, there became a community uprise as far as people that were upset about the art. And they got so violent and so distraught. They had two formal community meetings over this. People started a petition to get rid of the art. The person who was in charge of the president of the HOA and the also the president of the head of the art committee was literally run out of town. She got where she would just stay in her home and not come out. And eventually she sold her home and moved because of this piece of art, the uprise that it caused. And it created a new format for the art committee that they had to follow, which they realized that they hadn't considered the community enough and considered the impact that art has on that community. And that's the trophic effect. Yes, please do. So this is the trophic effect, and this is your first assignment. So let's see if I can get my daughter out of that picture. So that's your next assignment for the following week. And then there'll be one more assignment, and I'll do a video on that and explain it to you. And it's basically going to be that you're going to propose a public work of art. So if you have any questions, be sure and email me. Stay connected. I will be taking roll. You'll need to log on to the website at least once a week, and I will make sure and record that. And like I said, if you have any questions, be sure and let me know. What we'll do at this point, we won't meet, and I won't have any live meetings either, but I will do videos, and you can view those and then do the assignments. So hopefully you have enjoyed my kids popping up around. That probably makes it a little more interesting than just watching me. And hey, go wash your hands. And I hope everybody's safe out there. I will talk to you soon. Be sure, log on and participate in that discussion board. So you guys have a great day, and we'll talk soon.